Here's my review for today. Johnny Johnson's attitude adjustment, or the RCMP, and general practitioners, and the psychologists. Let's pump men up with estrogen so they act gayish and turn into transgenders. That's their attitude in life. We don't want men. We want a bunch of girly figures who are more feminine and less masculine. So they have women features such as gynomasculus and all kinds of other stuff, and fat loss. Oh, let's give them chemical lobotomies too, so they walk around like zombie-like states. And so they'll go postal more often. Let's psychologically abuse people so they're aggravated and assaulted every day. Let's spray urine in the air, in their faces, before they leave a building, because we got cell phones to move this practice apart. Let's make lies up and call them pedophiles when they've never had sex or fondled a little baby. Let's call them rapists when they haven't even raped a person in their lives. Let's call them a drug addict when they haven't even done what a drug addict has done or overdosed in their life. Let's call them drug dealers when they haven't even sold a drug other than, hey, Johnny, or hey, Ralph, can you find me a bag of weed? And they go find it for you because they know somebody that you don't know, and they know somebody, and they don't know. Just because your friend found your bag of weed doesn't make them a drug dealer. There's somebody who helped you out and found a bag because you were looking for one from somebody. Let's give them CIA interrogation, like sleep deprivation, and all this other kind of stuff. All found on YouTube, by the way. Let's read reports on radical psychology, volume 7, such as struggles against psychologically human rights violations. Right there, on and in the things. Let's talk about their psychological drugs they use to stop bipolar and stuff like that. That don't stop anything. All they make you is into a zombie, so you sit there like an ape or a gorilla in the zoo so they don't walk around. So you get a big fat belly. You get gynomasculus because weight loss. You get nauseated. You get dizzy. You eat whatever's in front of you. You get so full, you choke to death, or you just fall asleep, as the report says. All techniques, eh? Psychologically fucking people's heads up so they can't manage and live in society anymore. And they have nowhere to go because everybody has RCMP officers in their city, and by word of mouth, the doctors are all affiliated by each other. Just imagine being baited and trapped to come back to a community by your family because you said there's lots of work. And there's none at all. Your mom won't even let you use the car. She won't give you back the money you earned as a child. Earned as a child. You never asked her for a cent. Outrageous cent in life. Other than, hey, can I have $50 to go on a ski trip? Or, hey, it's time, I need new shoes. My shoes are worn out. Psychologically being abused and tortured all your life by family members who think it's fun to slap around a 96-pound child when you're 240 pounds because you're Asian. And you think it's cultural right to throw your children around and intimidate them so they don't ask you for $1 to go to the store and buy a chocolate bar or a pop, or $2.50 to go to a swim thing across at Royal Oak or Oak Bay or Gordon Head swimming pool to go swimming on a Friday night. Because it's just too much hassle to ask their dad. Or be told, hey, I don't want you to take swim classes anymore or be in a swim club because, oh, it's a waste of my time driving you back and forth and watch you only swim back and forth and go to a swim meet and watch you swim for 2 minutes. But I'll go watch hockey so I can sit up in the booth where it's nice and warm and drink beer. Or sit there and scream and throw a cowbell and give the hockey player testosterone so he gets muscle bound. What a fucked up system we live in. A man who walked around and didn't do any harm to anybody else and only wanted to live and work and exist in society, and didn't expect any more out of society, and didn't think anybody owed him a cent in life, other than he had to work to exist in life, which he knew, but had to be traumatized for 12 years because people think he has an attitude adjustment. The only people that need the attitude adjustment is those who say that. Period. Because they think they're gods and godlike because they carry a badge and try to obtain the law. Or they're a doctor or a lawyer who listens to false news and accusations or slander about human beings. Check the DNA coding of a person, you'll find out what gender they are, and that's the only gender they are. If there's any chemical imbalancement in their body, it's because somebody's had estrogen that makes them a man feminine, or testosterone added into a woman, and they become male-like. Period. There's no gender bending in the world. False news and accusations, chemical warfare, and psychological interrogation and intimidation by the masses. Real good to live in this fucking world, hey? When you've done nothing wrong in society, but try to live. Go aggravate some more people, and cause them to yell and scream. Take away their jobs and make their life miserable. Feed them drugs that shouldn't be in their body. You're only murderers. Murderers, murderers. It's worse than the Holocaust, isn't it? Or any other act that's against people, such as dropping the atom bomb. I guess that's the only way they can eliminate retardation of thinking in the masses, is by dropping atom bombs so they can eliminate a circumference from people running away. And remember, an island's a trap. If you take a bucket and you put cheese in it floating in the middle, the mouse is going to jump in, maybe get to the middle, but possibly drown because they'll never get out of the fucking bucket because the walls are too slippery to climb up. No difference than having a ferry system to get on and off the island. Don't ever come to Vancouver Island. It's a trap to waste all your fucking money if you're rich, so somebody else can make money off you. No difference than the gold rush story of the Yukon.